What's going on, guys? Getting in the green. We got a Monday basketball slate here for you. 9 games, so we got a lot on our plate. You know what that means. We're going to run through these games pretty quickly and give you guys what you need here. So, look, first game of the night, we got Boston at Charlotte. Should be a good game. We got news that Jaylen Brown is playing. So let's take a look at Boston here first. We got pretty interesting. Horford is out, but instead of starting Grant Williams, they're starting Schroeder, and they're going to go a little smaller here. Robert Williams is going to start at center. They're basically going with Schroeder, Smart, Brown, Tatum, and then Robert Williams in the middle. So real interesting here. Brown and Tatum kind of pick or miss. 8,700, 7,900 for Brown. I think I like Brown a little better there. Robert Williams is a pretty good spot here at 6,100. I don't mind that at all. When Horford doesn't play, this guy's been pretty good. He had 50 in that first game, 23.5, and then a 12. So big dip when Horford starts getting those minutes. But since Horford's out tonight, I think Robert Williams is definitely in play against this Charlotte front court. So I do like that spot for him. Schroeder, 5,600, not a bad spot. And then if you do think Grant Williams is going to get in and play a little bit more, he had some decent performances there, pretty consistent too, honestly. We had 31, then he had that 9 where he really sucked against Toronto. They got blown out. And then 27. So at $3,700, not a bad spot to squeeze in there. So Boston's in play here. I think this is a good game with Charlotte. Charlotte, on the other hand, look, we're going to be without Rozier, without P.J. Washington. And so LaMelo Ball, 7,800, not a bad spot for him. Mikal Bridges is starting to play really good basketball. I like that guy there. Other than that, though, man, I'm not going too much on this Charlotte team. I don't like their depth. They're very top-heavy. Their starters do all the work. So maybe a little Cody Martin with Rozier out. And kind of just take a look at what he did. 25, 26, 21. So he's consistent. And you're going to get him down at 3,900. Not a bad spot there to get you at least 20. So Cody Martin is in play now that Rozier's been ruled out. All right, let's move in. And this is my favorite game of the night, guys. Milwaukee, Indiana is going to be an absolute shootout. Plenty of people out here for Milwaukee, the usual, though. So Holiday's still out. We got Lopez still out. DiVincenzo and Portis won't be playing here. So, look, Giannis is a beast. Middleton hasn't quite made value yet this year, even though, he's waiting for that blow-up game. And Pat Connaughton at 4,700, not a terrible spot for him. I won't be playing any Allen or Hill, but, going back to the well here with Nwora at 4,200, I don't see anything wrong with that guy in what should be a very competitive, very high-scoring game. I think Nwora definitely gets there for you. On the Indiana side of things, you got Turner, who I just don't trust. I do like Sabonis and Brogdon. With Sabonis, though, I think there's some guys up there at the top I'd rather go with. But Brogdon at 7,900 is in a really good spot here against Milwaukee. And then Duarte, man. Duarte, he's just full go again for me at 5,400. So those are the guys I'm really looking at here on this team. I'm not going to play Turner, even though he had that blow-up 2 games ago. He came back and just put up an absolute dud right after that. So for me, I do like Sabonis. I just think there's better pay-up options tonight. I like Brogdon. I like Duarte. I'm going to be rolling them out in a bunch of lineups. The next game, we got Detroit at Atlanta, and I just want to put you on blowout alert here for this game. So be careful spending a lot of money here. Let's start with Detroit. Now, with Detroit, I really want to see, if Jerami Grant doesn't play, I think Sadiq Bey is a great price there at 6,600. And he's had some, he had a 45 and a 30 so far. So at that price, you really need closer to that 45. But if there's no Jerami Grant here, I think this guy absolutely crushes his spot. So, I don't like Detroit. So if it's Sadiq Bey, it's nothing for me there on the Pistons side of things. Now with Atlanta, Trae Young, Capella, Collins, all these guys, man, are good plays. The problem is, man, I really do think Atlanta rolls here tonight. They don't have any issues with this Detroit team that can't score with them. So the only person I'm really playing here for Atlanta is going to be Cam Reddish. We have DeAndre Hunter's ruled out. Cam Reddish has looked good, and he, at $4,700, should see an uptick in minutes without Hunter in there. I think this guy absolutely crushes tonight, and hopefully he gets it done early before this one gets out of hand. So Cam Reddish is the only hawk that I'll be playing tonight. All right, this next game is going to be played, guys, and I'm talking chalky here. We got Washington at Brooklyn, and yeah, Beal's go. So we got Bradley Beal. That takes a little away from Dinwiddie for me. I don't love him as much, and Kuzma, same thing. I think, you can't play Nito as the backup. So I don't really know where I would go here with Washington. They've just got a lot of weapons, but I do think this is a competitive game, and you got to pick your spot correctly here. But one of these guys could definitely crush value, and it might be Beal tonight. So we'll see. Now on the Brooklyn side of things, Durant, I think, a smash spot here for him. I love Durant in this spot at 10,200 is one of the pay-ups tonight. And then outside of that, man, I'm not playing any other. I don't think Harden's going to get you value at 9,500. Blake, Joe, Patty Mills and these guys, I just don't think they get there for you. So, Aldridge is out. Maybe Claxton gets there at 3,600, but it's not something I want to bank on. So Durant is the play here, and I know this is a shootout, but this game's going to be super chalky, so I'm going to stay pretty light on it. I am going to go Durant, though, here for Brooklyn. All right, we got Orlando, Miami, and I know, historically Orlando plays this Miami team pretty tough, real close to home there, but I don't see it happening tonight. I see Miami rolling, and again, we have another blowout alert here for you guys. So, if you're playing Orlando, you're probably looking at, I don't even know. I don't think, Cole Anthony gets you there at 6,200. Wagner maybe at 4,400. He's been pretty consistent down there, but again, I'm just not that impressed with this Orlando team. They're worse than they were last year, and there's just not that much fantasy being put up. I also think this is a lower scoring game here, but for that reason, I'm not loading up so much on Hero. I think Tyler Hero's a great spot. The guy's been absolutely on fire. But, with this possibly being a blowout, I think they cruise here and they kind of rest up the guys that are getting it done for them. So if you want to play Hero, not a bad spot there, $6,400. I won't be touching any Jimmy or Bam because of the blowout. So Hero's the only play on this slate, maybe some Franz Wagner if you want to save some money. This next game, Chicago at Toronto. Interesting game. Toronto's kind of, they're either hot or they're not. So first, let's take a look at Chicago. And the news we're really following is we got Vukovic with an illness, questionable for tonight's game. If he doesn't play, I think that definitely opens up some more opportunity here for Levine, Lonzo Ball, and some of those guys. So I would keep an eye on that Vukovic, but I wouldn't play him either way at $9,000. But on the other side, I think there's some value here for Toronto. Scotty Barnes is a very popular play, even though he's all the way up to almost 6,000. He's 5,900 now. That's tough. OG Anunoby, I know he got hot last game, but I don't trust the guy at 6,300 still. Van Fleet just hasn't got there yet this year. He's due any game now, but I won't be playing him tonight. The spot I really like on this Toronto team is going to be Achua. 4,500. The guy has absolutely crushed value every game so far. He had a 30, a 39, and then he started off real slow with that 19. But, at 4,500, you're looking for 28 points, and he looks like he's on pace to crush that, so with his average. So I like Achua here, cheap center, 4,500. Really build your lineup around that guy tonight. All right, let's move on. We got New Orleans, Minnesota here. And, this New Orleans team without Zion, man, is underwhelming. I like Minnesota to roll here, but, Ingram at 8,300 is always in play. I do like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 6,700. That guy's been consistently getting it done for you. So that's probably where I'm going here for this New Orleans team. And then on Minnesota, it's tough to pay up for Towns tonight, but Towns should have a monster game. Other than that, I don't play anybody on Minnesota too often. I don't think Edwards, Russell, Beasley, any of these guys really get there for you. And this is another team that just, the stars get it done for them, and that's it. So, if you want to go Towns tonight, nothing wrong with that. Good spot here against New Orleans front court, which is lacking. Towns is definitely a good pay-up for the evening. This next game, again, we have blowout alert here. I got Cleveland at Denver. We're waiting on the news on Garland, though. Was able to go through parts of shoot around. Okay, so if Garland goes, all that really does is kind of take Rubio out of the mix. If he is out, though, I do love Rubio as that fill-in point guard again there for Cleveland. So just keep an eye on that news. And, that's it for Cleveland because I do think Denver rolls here, man. You got Jokic. It's in a great pay-up spot here. $11,000, but, the guy's just absolutely been getting it done. He had a bad first game, I guess you could say, against Phoenix where he scores 50. Then he goes for 70 against the Spurs. I'd be worried about the blowout here, but if not, if you think they're going to roll, Jokic absolutely gets this done for you. Michael Porter, man, not getting it done in that last game, so kind of hard to trust him at $6,000. And then the last game of the night, guys, and it's an hour and a half later start than that Cleveland-Denver game, so you're going to be going by yourself here if you're playing in this one, and I love this game. We got Portland at the Clippers, the highest totals of the night. Lillard, 9,300, and then you get to drop all the way down to 7,500 for McCollum, and McCollum has been on fire to start the year. 6 3-pointers in each game so far. The guy scored 57.5, 43.25 in the blowout of Phoenix. I don't think they blow out this Clippers team tonight, so I see it being closer to that 57 that he had against Sacramento. And McCollum is like almost a must-play for me this evening. So that's where I'm at on the Portland side of things. Play those top guards, and then on the Clippers side, I don't know how many times we have to say it. Paul George is a must-play until Kawhi Leonard is back, and he's not back this year, so I'm going to be rolling out Paul George almost every night. The guy's usage is insane. Rebounding percentages. This guy just does it all. They run the entire offense through him every minute that he's on the floor. And in any game that's competitive, that guy's going to hit value for you. He's all the way up to 10,100 tonight, and I'm still smashing this spot. So nothing scares me here in that. Portland likes to give up points, man. They don't stop anybody. I don't even know on that Portland side who's really even going to try to guard this guy. You're not going to put McCollum on him. Maybe Nasir Little gets a little look at him, but look, Paul George is going to absolutely go to work tonight. So that's what we got for DraftKings. Let's flip on over here to Superdraft, though, and kind of run through these multipliers for you guys. Guards. Look, Harden's a 1x, kind of hard to play. Beal at 1.1, I don't trust coming back. Lillard 1.1, not the greatest spot. Lonzo, Levine, Young. So I'm not playing these top guys tonight, man. LaMelo Ball at 1.2 without Rozier could always be in play. Not where I'm going, but I do see that guy playing well tonight. Not going DeRozan or Sexton, Bogdanovich, Russell. Man, Van Fleet. Looks like I'm going multipliers here. Not loving Edwards. McCollum's a smash spot here at 1.3 for me. I love that for him, so he'll be in my lineup. Brogdon at 1.3. I love that as well. And a lot of injuries here, and then we're kind of sliding down. Sadiq Bey, 1.45 is not really enough, but if you don't get Jerami Grant in there, I do think that guy can crush that value. Schroeder, I won't be playing tonight. Dinwiddie, not with Beal. Man, we're sliding down here. Guards are going to be tough, man. You got to get them right. Hero, look, 1.6. If it's not a blowout, that guy is going to absolutely crush. So keep an eye on Hero at 1.6. Rubio, again, if Garland doesn't play, 1.65 is a great spot for him. Cam Reddish, man, I like this 1.65 for Cam Reddish. I do think he gets there for you. Let's take a look, man. 26, 34. It's tough, but with the extra minutes against Detroit, as long as this doesn't blow out too early, man, I think Cam Reddish can get there for you. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's in a good spot here, again at 1.65. We're scrolling. Yeah, guys, I think that's where I'm going to cut mine off, man. I think that 1.65 range, because you can't go down here to Nito with Beal playing. That's going to be kind of my cutoff there at 1.65 for these guards. All right, let's roll through forwards here pretty quick for you guys. And there's some good forwards tonight, man. You got Durant, Giannis, both 1x. You got Sabonis at 1.05. Can't go wrong with any of those three. Honestly, if you want to play with a couple of them, go for it. Tatum, I don't love with Brown back. Levine, I don't love. Paul George at 1.2. He'll be in every one of my lineups tonight. Butler and Brown probably not going to be there. DeRozan, Porter, Ingram, Bam, Middleton, John Collins, Kevin Love, Jerami Grant. We're still waiting on that news. That's big. Diallo, Kuzma, no. Sadiq Bey, we already talked about. Man, I'm just not seeing enough multiplier here on some of these guys. Precious even at 1.6 is not going to get there for you. So, if he was a 2x, we'd be looking at him. Duarte at 1.6, probably not going to get there for you. Let me just look at what this guy's done. Yeah, 30, 39. I think he gets there for you on DraftKings. I don't think he gets there for you on Superdraft here tonight. I like Cam Reddish at, behind him at 1.65 a little better with the extra minutes, but I don't love that either. I think, like I said, those guys are great DraftKings plays. Not loving the spot on Superdraft with them. Nawara is not going to get there for you, 1.75. Yeah. Look, maybe a Grant Williams at 2x. If he does give you that first game kind of performance, he'll probably get you 60 here. On a 9-game slate, though, I'm not even sure that's enough, especially with some of these top guys having great matchups here tonight. So, look, pretty top-heavy here, man, for forwards. I definitely like that Paul George spot, and that's, take your shots, but I'm going to be sticking at the top here for forwards. Now, center is interesting. Jokic is just hard not to play at 1.05, but you do have Sabonis, Towns. Vukovic, if he plays tonight, is going to be a good spot there. Otherwise, Robert Williams, only 1.35. He's just not getting there for you. Maybe without the Horford, he can, really pick up his production like he did the first game against Charlotte. But, I'd probably look at him more on DraftKings. Miles Turner's not going to do it again. Yeah, I'm going to be playing one of the top dogs at center per usual as of late. So that's kind of where we're at today. Look, hit the like, hit the subscribe every day, Monday through Friday. We'll have a basketball video for you. Also, we got a Monday night football showdown coming up as well. So, look, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're trying to bring as much content to you as possible. Hope this helped.